With the infrastructure and means now available to build your Armada, it is important that you know how to use it. The galaxy is full of threats, those who will exploit any weakness, those who will stop at nothing in their quest for supremacy. Thorough understanding of your fleet's capabilities is the key to victory, perhaps even the key to survival. A balanced Armada will not be taken lightly by your enemies. Scout vessels for searching, frigates for fleet defense, assault ships to board and take over enemy vessels, artillery ships for long-range fire support, destroyers, cruisers, and battleships for punishing attacks, special weapon ships to deliver some of the most potent technology developed, repair ships to keep the fleet healthy. When a single ship is selected, its vital statistics appear on the ship display panel at the bottom of the screen. This display monitors hull and shield strength, crew levels, and the important ship systems, including weapons, shields, engines, life support, and sensors. A ship operates most efficiently when all of its systems are 100% operational. If even a single system is damaged or disabled, it could severely impair the ship's ability to function. A detailed explanation of what each system does can be found in the user's manual. Select the Defiant class destroyer and examine the ship display at the lower center of the screen. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue. Take another look at the Defiant class destroyer. As you can see, we have disabled 3 of its systems. With sensors down, the range in which it can detect other vessels is drastically reduced. Additionally, the ship will be unable to move until its engines are repaired, and while the life support is down, the ship will sustain crew casualties. If the crew level drops too low, the ship will become derelict. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue. While damaged ships usually have the option of returning to a shipyard for repairs, some may not be able to make the long trip, and others might become derelict due to crew casualties. Possessing a repair ship gives you the ability to reach and restore those ships that would otherwise be lost. To repair the damaged Defiant class destroyer, select the nearby repair ship and click the right mouse button while the cursor is over the damaged vessel. Doing so will initiate the default action, which in this case is repair. When its movement and special weapons autonomy are set to high, the repair ship will locate nearby Allied vessels and automatically repair their damaged hulls. The repair ship is especially useful when it is made part of a fleet and accompanies other vessels. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. The Aegean class is the Federation frigate. When escorting ships, it provides a special level of support through its ability to enhance the shields of nearby Allied vessels. Each race has a frigate, which also serves to support nearby allies. However, the special ability through which support is provided varies based upon the race of the frigate in question. For example, the Klingon frigate increases weapon strength, while the Romulan frigate offers cloak-enhancing capabilities. Select the frigate and move it near the damaged Defiant class destroyer. Click the Shield Enhancer button to activate the ability and restore the destroyer's shield strength. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. Combat vessels are particularly effective when utilizing the AI commands. Click on the AI button in the command palette. Green Alert will have a ship or fleet of ships automatically flee if fired upon and not engage in combat or pursuit. Yellow Alert will have them fire only if fired upon. Red Alert will put the ship or fleet into an aggressive mode, firing upon and pursuing any enemy craft that comes within range. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, place the ship into Yellow Alert. Press Enter once you have done this. The Movement Autonomy buttons can be used to control the movement of your fleets. At low, a ship or fleet will remain exactly where you put it until you give it another order. Medium will allow it to pursue an enemy vessel that comes near it, and it will return to its location after hitting the edge of its specified range. High movement autonomy allows the ship to pursue an enemy that it sees until the enemy is destroyed or moves out of sensor range. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, set the ship to medium movement autonomy. Press the Enter key once you have done this. Many ships in your fleet can be equipped with special weapons after the technology is researched at your research or science stations. These weapons are powerful enough to turn the tide in many battles, but they have a limited supply of special energy and must be used wisely. When ships are attacking an enemy, you can set the degree to which they will be allowed to use their special weapons with the Special Weapon Autonomy buttons. No special weapon autonomy will allow the ships to use only conventional weapons when attacking an enemy. Medium will let them use their special weapons until the special weapon's energy falls below 50%. High will allow them to use their special weapons even if it uses up their special weapon's energy. With the Defiant class destroyer selected, set the ship's special weapons autonomy to high. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. A ship's phaser banks and photon torpedoes can deliver extensive damage to the enemy. Select this Akira-class cruiser and move the cursor over the nearest Cardassian ship on the left. While positioned over the enemy ship, clicking the right mouse button will initiate the default action, which is to attack. You may also use the Attack button found in the Orders menu on the command palette. With the Akira-class cruiser selected, issue an attack order on the Cardassian ship. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Armed and ready. Armed and ready. Armed and ready.
While the Akira-class cruiser is selected, take a look at the command palette. There you'll see the button for the chain reaction pulsar, the Akira's special weapon. When ready, move the ship north until at least one of the 3 Cardassian vessels positioned there comes within sensor range. Pressing the chain reaction pulsar button when there are enemies nearby will fire the weapon towards the nearest enemy ship. From there, it will bounce to the next one in line, damaging each along the way. Launch the special attack on the Cardassians. Press the Enter key when you are ready to move on.
Armed and ready. Helm, new course heading. All sections stand by. Armed and ready.
Enemy engaged.
Fire all weapons.
Red alert.
Understood.
Selecting and controlling groups of ships is of key importance, both in battle and in defending your bases. Grouping your ships into fleets is the most effective way of doing this. When a fleet is selected, you can issue a single order and have it carried out by all the ships in that fleet. A fleet can be comprised of up to 16 individual ships, and each ship can only belong to one fleet at a time. Shipyards can be linked to a fleet, and each ship that it produces will automatically join the fleet until the maximum of 16 ships is reached. There can be up to 10 different fleets designated at one time. Scroll to the left, and you'll see a collection of Akira, Steamrunner, and Sovereign-class ships. Select them all, either by dragging a selection box around the whole group or holding down the Shift key and selecting them individually. Once you have them selected, hold down the Control key and press the number 1 key. This will assign the ships to Fleet number 1. Anytime you want to use this fleet, press the 1 key and the fleet will be yours to command. Pressing the key twice rapidly will automatically move the camera to the fleet's position. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue.
All sections stand by.
At times, you may wish to remove a ship from a particular fleet. To do this, select the object in question and while holding down the Control key, press the minus key. Select the Sovereign class vessel in Fleet number 1 and remove it from the fleet. The next time you select the fleet, the Sovereign class will not be selected.
Give the word.
Status report.
If you want to add a ship to a fleet, select it, hold down both the Control and Shift keys, and then press the number of the fleet you want it to join. Return the Sovereign class battleship to Fleet 1.
Status report. All sections stand by.
The use of formations can enhance the effectiveness of a fleet. There are offensive and defensive formations, available through the Formations menu button on the command palette. Try putting Fleet 1 into the X formation. To do so, select the fleet and click on the Formations menu button. Now, locate the X formation button and click on it. You'll see the ships arrange themselves into formation. As you issue orders to the fleet, it will remain in formation. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. With the ability to create fleets, your Armada becomes an effective and precise military force. With the fleet selected, move them to the other side of the planet by scrolling the view to the left and clicking the right mouse button where you want them to go. To the left of the planet, you'll see another group of Federation vessels. Select these new ships and assign them to Fleet number 2. Remember, just select them all, hold down the Control key, and press the number 2. Now let's practice some fleet combat. To the north, you will find a small Borg base. Have Fleet 1 attack the Borg ships, and Fleet 2 attack the stations. To issue the orders, select each fleet by pressing the number associated with it and clicking the right mouse button over an enemy you wish to attack, or a location you'd like them to move to. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Helm, new course heading.
Ready and able. Awaiting orders.
Enemy engaged.
Status report.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Standing by.
Status report.
Awaiting orders. Ready and able. Give the word. Standing by.
Armed and ready. Understood. Understood. Status report. Status report. All sections stand by.
Enemy engaged.
Alter course.
Change heading.
Status report. Armed and ready. Bring us into weapons range.
Give the word.
While you have a fleet selected, you may still use the special weapons belonging to the individual ships within it. Available special weapons will appear in the command palette. Clicking on these will bring the force of the special weapons into the attack. Try this using Fleet 1. Move the fleet north until you encounter a group of Romulan vessels. When you are within range, click on the Chain Reaction Pulsar button and the Akira-class vessels in the fleet will launch their attacks. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson. Occasionally, you will come across planets that have been colonized by the enemy. Depending on the race that you are using, there may be a number of different things you can do to claim the planet as your own. The Federation and her allies prefer to use assault ships and send down troops to take out military installations without causing civilian casualties. But the more aggressive races prefer to bombard the planet from space until the entire population is eliminated. Both methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. You will now learn how to use the assault ship to take over a planet. Select the nearby Iwo Jima-class vessels and press the transport button on the command palette. Then, left-click while the cursor is positioned over the planet. This will initiate the ground assault. Once you have overpowered the Romulan garrison, the planet will be yours. It is necessary to disable any planetary shields before commencing. Any ship with offensive capabilities can attack and destroy a planetary shield, but only battleships have the firepower to bombard a planet from orbit. Press the Enter key when you are ready to advance to the next lesson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All crew stand ready. Crew standing by.
Awaiting orders. Standing by. Standing by.
Indirectly related to combat, this last lesson will cover the various types of nebulas and objects found throughout space. A full understanding of the effect a particular nebula could have on your fleet could mean the difference in a tightly pitched battle. To the north, you will find a number of different types of nebulas. These gaseous areas of space may be used for strategic purposes, but only if you know how to use them. With one ship selected at a time, send it into a nebula and examine its status in the ship display panel. The yellow radioactive nebulas are lethal to most races, and while a ship is within its cloud, its crew will be killed at a steady rate, regardless of the ship's status. The green Metaphasic nebulas have a unique property that will strip away the negative effects that an enemy's special weapon may have applied to your ship. Additionally, these nebulas have healing properties that will increase shield recharge rates. The blue Cerulean Nebula can be a haven from enemy threats if used properly. Shields and weapons, both special and otherwise, do not work while in this nebula. The purple Mutara Nebula will slow down any ship passing through and will disable shields and sensors. Extreme caution should be used around them, as they can be used against you in an ambush. The red Metron Nebulas are quite dangerous, as they shoot out volatile electric currents and slow the movement of ships. They will break down shields and eventually tear through a ship's hull. Within one patch of Metron Nebulas, you will notice a black hole. As your ships approach it, the nebula may damage the ship's engines. If an incapacitated ship is caught in the gravity well of the black hole, it will be pulled in and crushed. Asteroids are impassable walls of floating rocks. To reach the other side of an asteroid field, you must first successfully find a path around it. There is no way to move above or below the wall. This covers most of the objects that you will find throughout the galaxy. Move around and explore the map. Press the Enter key when you are ready to continue.
Change heading. Standing by.
All crew stand ready.
Change heading.
We await your command.
Congratulations. You now have the training necessary to make the most of your Armada. You are on your way to becoming an experienced Starfleet commander. Good luck.